I don't know what it is about Call of the Night characters, but my gosh, I would fold every single time. Anyways though, in my past videos, I've always talked about piracy and how technically and in an ethical sense, it's not very good because in a way, again, ethical sense, you're not really promoting or helping out the creator, the original creator when it comes to their works. But at the same time, if you pay for a actual publishing company, they don't even have their work majority of the time, Viz. So really, it just leads you to go to piracy sites, and in a way that is technically still helping out the original creator because thousands upon thousands of eyes, and if they get uploaded on social media, will go directly to wherever the source is and read the actual material, which is technically helping out the main creator. If you go to their social media accounts and everything like that, that really just does help them out in the long run and overall. But technically, piracy is just not good. Again, makes sense, especially when it comes to animes or whatever. You're not really helping out the actual, I guess, company, the publisher, the distributor, or anything like that. It just doesn't make it just really doesn't count as them helping, when in reality it does. But what happens if the mangaka themselves are actually uploading or putting out their pieces of work so that they can be read for free? And this is exactly what is happening to the mangaka for Horizon, Shiten Akiyama, and his post right here pretty much states that matter. I was forced to delete the content regarding that matter, which is in reference to the scantillations or the actual translations on the digital version of the manga. I sincerely apologize to everyone who supported me. I draw manga for a Japanese publisher. My work belongs to me, yet I cannot freely handle my own creations, and sometimes even this account, which is completely wild. The number of overseas manga fans may not grow any further. Still, I'm glad I got to meet all of you. I always pour my all into the manga right in front of me. Other issues are insignificant to me. Well then, I'm off to draw a masterpiece, which is freaking wild. I mean, I get it in a way. If the publisher is really greedy, which most of them are, they want money, this is an actual business, they are going to try to get the most money possible. But if you are leaking out free translations, free anything, they are losing a good sum of money, which again, for the business is absolutely terrible. But for the author, again, like all the things that I've just talked about previously, it is gaining more of an audience for themselves. So in a broader aspect, in a bigger aspect, in a way, it is better than trying to go through the process of actually getting it translated, which typically takes maybe even, depending on who you are, 3 to 6 months, which is absolutely wild. It is a faster process to go and upload it online, have a fan translator, which for the most part are actually more accurate than the official translators that work for companies. Again, Viz Media doing all that localizing shit, and not just Viz Media, but all the other ones. Again, not all localizers are like this, but some like to push agendas, and it gets really annoying when we can't spot the difference. But for the most part, fan translations are usually right on the money. So it is unfortunate that this guy, again, not only can't put out fan translations out there for everybody to see for free, but as well as not even to be able to freely use their account. Again, very wild. I don't know how businesses work when it comes to being an author. I don't know the contracts or anything like this between the publisher and the mangaka, but it is, again, very unfortunate that he's not able to promote himself overseas. Again, in a broader aspect, this guy is actually promoting himself a lot better than whatever the publisher that he is under in. Now, if you want a quick synopsis about this manga, it's essentially about a woman named Meiko who is in her late 20s, exhausted by her busy everyday life, catches a glimpse of students enjoying their youth, and suddenly recalls her younger days. Driven by alcohol, she puts on that sailor uniform and ventures out to the park in the middle of the night. There she runs into an impossibly perfect, stunningly handsome young man. Not gonna lie, this is sounding like a very depressing, sad romance, which I'll probably even read after making this video. Now, before you go on to bash any publisher companies or the person that this guy is under in, he goes on to say that Japanese publishers have some problems, but I want everyone to know that it's not that they hate manga artists. There are various rules and constraints that they are doing the best they can. So again, it just all comes down to legalities as well as actual business stuff, that they cannot just cross the line and hand things out for free, even if it is the actual mangaka's artwork, you know, even if it's their own thing. But I guess it's not technically his, it's theirs, which is pretty saddening to hear about. But I really hope that later on down the line, this guy is able to actually grab more of an overseas audience rather than just a Japanese audience. Now, again, I've probably talked in my videos again about mangakas or authors should stick with the mind of making anime and manga for Japanese audiences. But if they're willing to make a story that is directed to Japanese audiences while also trying to deliver that form of story overseas, that is what I actually am a fan of. Again, because he's not catering to the audiences here, he's just distributing the stories that is directed here over there. So again, I really like that effort that this guy put in, and I really hope that this person is able to get more of an audience by trying to do something nice for overseas, because this is only, I'm pretty sure, only one volume. And if we are wanting to get an official translation over at Viz Media or Shonen Jump Plus or whatever this publishing company is, it's going to take a while. Not only that, but if we want a physical copy of it, it's going to take even longer. So I really am sad that this guy is not able to put out his video or put out his mangas, but later down the line, I hope they come to like some sort of agreement to actually make this happen. Anyways, though, that's all I got for today. If you made it this far, appreciate y'all for hanging around. And if y'all like what y'all see, why not drop a like and subscribe, as that does help run my channel a lot. But if you made it this far, appreciate y'all for hanging around. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios, guys.